A couple of days back, while I was taking a walk home, it was raining and there was heavy traffic on the way. So there was this guy that was just standing on the walkway. He was not going front, he was not coming back, and he was just there. I gave him a tap and asked him to move aside for me to pass. He quickly moved without hesitation. Right in front of me, I saw, a pile of cement that looked dry and, mud everywhere. So I was just trying to figure out my way around it so I could get to the other side. And the moment I stepped my feet on the cement, thinking it would hold my weight, my leg went all in and, my body was filled with mud. I looked back and I saw the guy. He was laughing and he was like, I knew this was not going to hold my weight. And I asked him, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me? A lot of Christians will be asked this question on the last day by friends and families. Why didn't you tell me it was going to end like this? Why didn't you tell me Jesus is the only way? I mean, I've been your neighbor for like 30 years and you never told me it was all going to end like this. Hey, Matthew, we've been colleagues for, 5 years? And you never had the chance, the moment to tell me that it was all going to end like this? Believers in Christ, evangelism is not an option. Evangelism is not just meant for pastors and preachers alone. Evangelism is an obligation we all have been called into as believers. When you don't evangelize, you are like that servant in Matthew 25 that was entrusted with 1 talent but chose to bury it instead of producing more. God has given each and every believer the treasure of the gospel, not to keep it hidden, but to multiply by sharing it. Remember, the one who buried his talent had no loss in possession, but failed in purpose, and that was his real offense. In the same way, when we keep the message of salvation to ourselves, we are keeping safe what God meant to be shared and multiplied. Evangelism is not just an act of obedience, it is the investment of what God has entrusted to you and I. It is time for us to start winning souls for Jesus. Bye for now.